As I was browsing the internet during the week, I found this small town which is behind Toowoomba, a bit behind Oakey, which was a mining town, but now apparently it's pretty much abandoned, with the local population being 32 people. So I thought I'd take a drive out there and see what's left. And most of the abandoned stuff has been knocked down and just sort of made into land. I suppose that's done by the local council or whatever, so people don't squat and do stuff to the houses. But here's like this one, which appears to be preserved within fencing for some strange reason, and this looks like a very, very old house. So I won't climb up here. This looks very unsafe. Even these stumps are beginning to rot. But yeah, this would have been a nice house at some point. Very small house, but still nice. That must be the sewage system. Little chimney, water tank. But surprisingly, there's no graffiti here. Style of those windows really remind me of the ones in Europe. It's like they open outwards and everything, like that's just termite, rotted, gutters filled down. I wonder when this was actually abandoned. You just didn't even see that. Lucky I didn't go in there, like the floor's literally kaput. There's plenty of animal poop there, so there's definitely something lives here from time to time. I wonder why there's metal on one side and then just plain wood on the other. This seems a bit weird. I've never seen that sort of construction. Back in 2011, I was reading the census details, and this place had 400 residents. At the latest census, which was 2016, they're done every 5 years in Australia, it has 32 people. And here I have not seen one person. So even out of those 32, I'd say a few might have left. I mean, there is a house over there that looks in good condition, so I'd say there's people living there, but overall this town seems like it's dead. Australian Post Office, that has a been around as a telephone thing in I don't know how many years, but yeah, there's a few cables there, and you can see this thing leads pretty much to nowhere these days. I have no idea what that is, but it remains of some dead animal. There's another abandoned house, all bought by the mining company, whichever way you want to look at it. This one's actually pretty good. You can see someone pretty well off lived here. There's a solar system, which obviously wouldn't have been cheap in its day. It's right across from all the mines. So yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to live here. I imagine when there's a lot of dust, the air quality here would be absolutely crap. But yeah, God knows what animals are living in this grass. I don't really want to come up on a snake, which are fairly common in Australia. Fuck, I hate walking on carpet. I can't see what's under this. It doesn't feel safe. Oh, someone called David lived here. Bathroom. Shit, someone's actually ripped out the wall to take the plumbing out. Another bedroom. And they left the aircon. It's also weird. I think it was a decent small house in its time. It was obviously a big, like a reverse cycle aircon there, which they took with them. Oh, would have been a good house in its time. So closer to the actual like centre of town is this fenced off area, which I think is from the very early mining days, because it's all falling apart. There's another sign that this is under security, but honestly I do not see one single camera on here. But anyway, I have no temptation to go in there at all. So obviously there was a rail system here, which just doesn't exist anymore. And I don't actually know what this is, but I assume I don't even know. I assume somehow coal was pumped like on a conveyor belt, and then it just fed into these wagons, and that was dragged down there somewhere. But now this current mining operation works by truck, so there's no rail. Well, at least none that I could see. There could be somewhere, I suppose. Looks still to be a piece of machinery in there. But yeah, I wouldn't trust that wood to go in there. So here, the park that I was at is just down there. And here on this side there's, strangely enough, a Telstra phone box. I wonder whether this even works. Shit. It actually works. Huh. Jesus. I didn't expect that to work. And then here's another little abandoned spot. I'm guessing this would have been like a corner store or something, because honestly it does not seem big enough for someone to live there. Shit, this does not feel solid. I don't know, maybe even a post office. It's got a sign, "Thank you for not smoking," so it must be something government related. Well, yeah, so that's the short tour of this Acland town.